What's up, guys? My name is Brandon, and welcome to Audio Addiction. We have Summer Lights with us, and they can say their names and what they do in the band.
How's it going, guys? I'm Tyson. I sing and play guitar.
Hey, I'm Peter, and I play the drums.
And I'm Colby, and I play bass.
Nice, guys. So my first question is, how'd you start out? How'd you form Summer Lights?
So, it's kind of a long story. So we started back in like '09.
Oh, wow.
It was me and my brother, who's not with us. This is only 3/4 of the band. We started it with two other friends, moved out to LA, did that whole thing, and things kind of just didn't really work out. And about 2011, 2012, we kind of just went back to school and stopped for a little while. And then last year, we just decided, hey, let's go record an EP and kind of started it back up, and then added these two dudes to the mix.
Are they just friends of yours, or did you find them at like local shows? How'd that come about?
Yeah, so this guy here, we've been friends forever. We grew up in the same city, same high school.
Played sports together, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then he was with us probably, I don't know, almost like 8 months before Pete joined. Right before we went and recorded, we put out a KSL ad. We're like, hey, we're looking for a drummer to come play drums on the CP that we're working on, and these are sort of our influences. And Pete was one of a few guys that came down and auditioned, and it was a perfect fit. So
That's cool. That's cool. I like
Yep.
that. I haven't really heard of that taking the break and coming back to it, but that seemed to have worked out for you guys.
yeah, no, it was necessary. I mean, we kind of were just burnt out. We'd been going pretty hard for 2 or 3 years, so
Oh, okay.
needed a little breather. Went to school and refreshed.
Nice. My next question is a fun one. If you had to replace a band member and play for a different band, what band would you play for?
Ooh, I'll let this guy go first.
Oh, man. Wow.
That's a toughie.
Shoot, I'm going to have to think about that one for a minute. I mean,
I can go right now.
go ahead.
So you're from the East Coast, correct?
Correct, yes.
Are you familiar with the band The Years Gone By?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, as small as they were, probably Nick Medore, man. I would have loved to play in The Years Gone By. They're one of my all-time favorite bands. So,
That's
The
sick.
Years Gone By or Starting Line.
Ooh, Starting Line.
So,
Yeah, they're
One of
another
those.
local band too.
Yeah.
I would probably say I would play Hit the Lights.
Ooh,
Got
nice.
tons of
Yeah.
energy. I don't know if you're familiar with Hit the Lights, you probably are, but tons of energy, super poppy with some, aggression too. That's right up my alley, I think.
Nice.
I think there are a few, and it'd be super hard for me to narrow it down. But one of them would definitely be actually a metal band called Architects.
Nice.
That would
Yeah.
be my-
Of course, I know Architects are great.
And then and then the next one would be if I were to play drums for the 1975, that would be insanely awesome.
Ooh, that'd
But
be
I
sick.
think any musician would probably say that. So those are probably the two biggest ones for me.
Nice. My next question, guys. What are some favorite venues you either like to hit up for shows or just play?
Ooh. So, for sure, here where we're from in Salt Lake, my favorite venue is definitely In the Venue. It's called In the Venue.
Okay.
My very first show was there that I went to. It's kind of just it's the main venue in Salt Lake City. So there, and then Chain Reaction in Anaheim,
Yeah,
California as
Chain
well.
Reaction, yeah. Classic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with that as well. There's a couple smaller little venues like around Salt Lake that bands like State Champs and The Story So Far would come
Nice.
to, like as they were kind of getting started, and so we have cool memories of going to see them play. And so I mean, just no one's ever heard of them unless you've been in Salt Lake. But like the Loading Dock or Kilby Court, just super small venues that are awesome atmosphere.
Nice.
Yeah, I would go with the same ones as them. Those are all really awesome places. Yeah.
Nice. Next question, guys. What are some of your musical influences?
I'll start at Pete.
Take it away, Pete.
So are we talking about like for my playing the drums or for like influences as a band?
I would say individually, so you playing the
Okay.
drums.
Individually, oh man, I originated playing metal.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, I just loved how like you learn something and it's really difficult, and then you get the chops, and then it's so much easier to play pretty much anything else. So I grew up playing, covering songs like from Megadeth. I already mentioned Architects. But then I started. Actually, it was kind of interesting. Before I joined this band, about a year before I joined, I started to really get into like the Story So Far and Knuckle Puck.
Oh, nice.
And
Okay.
so I started learning their songs as well. And then I met them, and I was like, oh, it's almost like it's fate. I started learning these kinds of songs just before I joined. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I mean, like I said earlier, Starting Line and Years Gone By are probably two of my favorite bands. So yeah, I mean, you know, I'm the primary songwriter in the band, so a lot of our influence as a band as well kind of comes from some of my biggest influences, which I'd say would be the Starting Line, Years Gone By, Hit the Lights, Yellow Card,
Oh, nice. Yeah.
um, obviously Blink. Grew up on Blink, Newfound Glory, pop punk. I'm a pop punk kid for sure.
Yeah, I'm a huge pop punk kid as well. I would say probably, the band that made me fall in love with music is Thrice.
Ooh,
And
nice. Yeah.
yeah, they've been, I mean, my favorite band since like 8th grade, I think. And so I was always into a little bit like, Thrice and Under Oath. And then obviously have like the pop punk side of Newfound Glory, Yellow Card, the Starting Line, of course, old school Fall Out Boy. So
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
I'd say, a lot of those bands for sure.
Nice, nice. Next question, guys, is kind of in relation to that, but what have been some bands that you've been jamming to recently?
Ooh. I actually, our EP that we just recorded and released in November from start to finish, we got the privilege of recording with Seth Henderson
Oh, nice. Yeah.
from
He's great.
Chicago, well, just outside of Chicago, who produced Real Friends is, I think, believe their first two EPs. I'm not 100% sure on that, and then Knuckle Puck, Copacetic. And so I kind of just got into Real Friends kind of through that process, and I've been listening to a lot of Real Friends the last month or so, and then I'm a big fan of the Somerset.
Yeah, they're great. Yeah.
I like their new record a lot, and then As It Is, I'm really pumped for As It Is' new record. I've been jamming OK like crazy, so that'd be what I've been jamming to so far this last month or so.
Solid choices.
Yeah.
Yeah, randomly, I've actually been listening to a little bit of old school Newfound Glory for some reason. Just kind of been
Ooh, nice.
on my iPod the last couple weeks for sure. And then I'm trying to think what else. With Confidence,
Nice,
obviously,
yeah.
but they recently came out, and so been listening to a little bit of that as well. So some nice poppy tunes.
The 1975 is always playing in my car. And then also a smaller band called Spraynard I've been getting into recently. They're super awesome. And then also probably Knuckle Puck as well.
Nice,
Come on.
nice. Maybe because you're listening to Newfound Glory, because I think they just announced like a 20-year tour with like all of their albums that they're playing. So hopefully, I'm gonna try to make it out to at least one of those shows. So I'm
Yeah.
excited.
It's pretty wild, man. It's awesome.
It's
They're
crazy
not-
they've been together for like that long too. Like 20 years is kind of crazy.
I know, man.
Yeah, we were lucky. Oh, go ahead.
What were you gonna say? No, you can go.
Oh, I was gonna say, yeah, we caught them when they came to town with Yellow Card.
Oh, nice.
So that was an incredible show.
Oh, dude,
with,
you were at that show?
some old school.
I was there too.
Yeah, it
Heck?
was a good time. But anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying it kind of sucks because you just mentioned Yellow Card. They just disbanded not too long ago. So rest in peace. But who knows? They'll come back. I have a feeling. So.
Yeah, I think so too.
The next question I got is a fun one as well. If you guys could pick a song to cover, what would it be?
Well, I'll let the cat out of the bag a little bit.
Ooh.
We're actually getting ready to go record a cover here in the next few weeks, and we're going to do a video for it probably in February for the Chainsmokers, Closer.
Ooh, okay.
So yeah, we're working on that one. Other songs that I want to cover would probably be. I'm trying to think of what's big right now on the radio that. I don't know. You guys got anything?
I don't have
I
much.
think no. Yeah, I don't know, man. I haven't listened to a ton of the radio lately, but it's always kind of fun to think about covering like pop songs, like obviously Closer.
Yeah.
We think it's gonna turn out awesome.
Like just remake stuff's fun.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. I like that idea. I mean, I've heard a lot of bands do it, but it'd be interesting to hear a pop punk sort of style of it. So
yeah, for sure. It's we're excited with the way it sounds. So
nice,
pumped
nice.
to show everybody.
All right, guys. So my next question is also a fun one. Favorite food to eat?
I love buffalo wings. I'm a huge
Huh.
wing guy. So buffalo wings.
Nice.
I think for me it would be a kind of a strange one, Indian food. I spent some time in Great Britain,
Okay.
and for whatever reason they love Indian food, and so I ended up falling in love with it too. So yeah, it's always an adventure trying to find some Indian spots around here and
I'm sure.
go hit them.
I'm a huge Mexican food guy.
Yeah,
So just
totally.
throw a burrito on my plate. There's a couple restaurants out here that are similar to Chipotle,
Yeah.
called Cafe Rio. Shout out to Cafe Rio. And they're pretty phenomenal. So I'm all about that Mexican food.
You should sponsor Cafe Rio. Just sponsor
Take care of
That's
sponsor.
right. That's right. Free burritos for life, man.
Anyway, this one's an interesting one. I've been trying to add new questions onto this year, but are there any hobbies that you do outside of music that kind of add to the creativity of what you do?
Um, yeah, for sure. I mean, as interesting as it sounds, I don't necessarily know how it correlates necessarily to um, necessarily writing music or creating music, as more as it's just being in a band because it's team oriented.
Yeah.
But sports have been my life, my whole life. Grew up playing football, basketball, and baseball, but football is definitely is one of my other passions. So
Nice.
sports. Yep.
I'm in the same boat as him. I grew up playing, baseball and basketball predominantly, and so, when we're not playing music, we're always, putting together some pickup basketball or playing some flag football or whatever it is, and so we enjoy that quite a bit.
Nice.
Yeah, I would have to go almost the same route with them with sports. They're slightly different sports. I grew up running like track and cross country, and then also I swam as well, so a lot of long distance. And actually, more recently, I got into hockey, and so dropped a ton of money into that and started playing. It's a good time.
I'm sure. I'm sure. It must be fun just like maybe like wailing on somebody or whatever. You know?
Yeah, it definitely relieves some stress.
I'm sure. I'm sure. Next question, guys. If you could collaborate with any artist, who would it be?
Ooh. Give me 1 second. Probably. I mean, probably Derek from State Champs.
Ooh, okay.
I love his voice. I think he's got an awesome voice.
Oh,
and
yeah.
melodically, just that band right now of all the newer bands is probably my favorite band.
Yeah.
And just their style. I'd say State Champs. Derek from
Nice.
State Champs.
That's a great choice.
I would say, I kind of echo what he says about Derek, but also Alex Gaskarth.
Ooh,
Obviously,
from All Time Low.
all
Yeah.
time, it'd be a blast to get in the room with him and hash out some melodies and some stuff, and I think that'd be a blast.
Nice.
Yeah, I think it'd be cool to write with the story so far. I don't know who's like their main songwriter. They just write really solid songs. So I feel like it'd be cool to collaborate with them.
Yeah, they write great stuff. I just saw them pretty recently with Good Charlotte, so that was pretty
Oh,
awesome.
That's
That's
where
awesome.
it got canceled here in Salt Lake.
Oh, really? Oh man, that sucked. They played a really great show back in Philly. So.
Oh, nice. Hold up. So you're from Philly?
I'm from Jersey, but I go to Philly because that's like the closest that I can go to. I do go to Starlands. I have not been to Starland, but I will be going to Starland soon. And
That's a venue that I would be a dream to play at as well.
yeah, they just like some of my friends who have gone to play there and like seen shows there. They said they just redid it and stuff, so it looks sick. So I'm excited. I'll let you know when I go in
Nice.
March.
There you go.
But my next question, guys, what's the hardest thing about being in summer nights?
The hardest thing.
Or just being in a band in general. How about that? We'll give it.
Well, there's two sides for me. I mean, the hardest thing probably for us being in this band is we all work and or go to school right now. So it's, when we have to find time to do the things we want to do. And this is our passion for sure. So we try and find as much time as possible, but it's hard. Balancing those things out is difficult. But then being in a band in general, I'd say is songwriting is definitely probably the hardest thing. I mean, it's the most important thing about being in a band. I think the genre that we play in, it's you write all your stuff, So ultimately, your band is, your songwriting.
Yeah.
And that's probably the most pressure we put on ourselves for too. So, songwriting and then finding time.
Would you guys agree with that? You too.
Yeah, for sure. I would definitely agree with Tyson handles most of the songwriting, so we put our trust in him, and he does an awesome job with it. So obviously, I don't feel as much stress in that regard. But when it comes to just
dude.
balancing everything, and with work and school, and that is the biggest thing. Sicknesses, as you can tell, I have like
Oh,
strep throat right now. So
He doesn't have this deep a voice. He's not as badass.
yeah, but yeah, I totally agree with what he says.
Awesome, awesome. This one's another fun one, guys. If you could play another musical instrument besides the one you play now, what would it be?
Drums, for sure
Nice,
for me.
yeah.
I would go with piano. I think it'd be awesome to be able to just sit at the piano and just rip. And I think after you learn piano, you can pretty much. I mean, it's a solid foundation for any other instrument. And so I'm thinking about buying a keyboard and start going to town on that. But I got to find some time first.
Ooh. It's always been a passion of mine to become a professional triangle player, but no, not really. I don't know. Maybe the bass, something rhythm oriented.
Okay.
Probably the bass.
Probably the bass. All right, cool. Next question, guys. What have been some memorable moments with Summer Lights so far?
So I think just in general, just going to Chicago and recording the EP, just that whole trip. I was out there for 12 days, 11 or 12 days. I think these guys were like 9 days or something, but just that whole process, and it was really, I mean, Pete had only been in the band for about a month and a half, and just kind of getting to go through that and get to know each other better on that level, and then experience something as cool as
Writing an album.
recording an album with someone you really respect. Seth Henderson had done records that we are big fans of, so
Certainly.
it was cool. So that'd probably the best experience, I'd assume, for all of us.
Yeah, I think
At
so
this
too.
point.
Nice, nice. Next question. In your opinion, who puts on a great live show and a favorite show you've been to?
Ooh.
I'm gonna steal this one real quick. So I was let's see, it was probably December of 2012. I went to see the Starting Line Say It Like You Mean It tour,
Ooh.
and they were
classic.
playing in Beverly Hills. No, they were playing. No, it was West Hollywood. It was in West Hollywood. I went with one of my buddies, and it was unbelievable. And it was when they obviously when they released Say It Like You Mean It, I think I was like 12, I think, or 13, so I wasn't going to shows and things then.
Yeah.
And then really unfortunate, never got to see him live up until this show. And so it was definitely memorable, being one of our influences and favorite bands. So I'd say that was unbelievable, especially being in California. It's super fitting.
Certainly.
Yeah, I'd say Starting Line, their last tour before they took their break, they played like 24 songs or something. I didn't get to go to the Say It Like You Mean It reunion tour because they didn't come through Salt Lake, but that concert is probably my most memorable. But as far as like the best live band, like just from a sound standpoint, not necessarily from an energy standpoint, but not that they don't have energy, but the Somerset this year at Warped Tour, I was absolutely blown away. They sound good. They sound really good. And then energy, I mean, Hit the Lights.
Oh yeah.
I love. I mean, Nick's one of my favorite frontmen ever. He definitely holds it down. So yeah, Hit the Lights.
Nice, nice.
Yeah, there are a couple that I could think of. Fall Out Boy, for being like a huge band now, they still put on a super solid show. I thought, like there's so much production that goes into all the lights and all the kind of things in the background, and then also talking about energy, Newfound Glory. They just
Ooh, yeah.
they just really go nuts, and it's awesome.
Totally.
Yeah.
Next question, guys. If you guys could compile a dream tour, who would be on it?
Summer Lights would be the opener.
Okay.
We actually kind of talked about this recently because like newer bands that are still touring, we're like, dude, if we could tour with anyone, it would probably be like a With Confidence for me.
Okay.
With Confidence. State Champs.
Ooh, okay. Yeah. Get down with that.
Probably.
As It Is.
As It Is, yeah, for
Ooh.
sure. As It Is. So, those three bands, and then if we could be the opener for that'd be money for me.
Anybody else?
I would probably, I mean, so yeah, so from a pop punk side, I would say that. But if we were looking to maybe go a little heavier, just because we've already covered the pop punk, AFI is coming to town,
Ooh,
to
yeah.
Salt Lake, and they do an incredible show. I'd love to see them with Thrice and Under Oath. I think that'd be super
Ooh,
sick.
ooh, nostalgic. I like that.
Yeah, for sure,
Mm,
for sure.
yeah. I'd probably go with similar bands. If I could open for the Story So Far, that'd be so awesome.
Ooh,
I think
okay.
that'd be a lot of fun. Yeah.
Nice, nice. Next question, guys. Favorite TV show, favorite movie.
Ooh.
Favorite TV show. I have a tough time with this because I'm a huge TV series guy. Um, no particular order, but I got like five. I got to go through
Okay,
Friday Night Lights,
good.
Game of Thrones,
Yeah.
Dexter,
Ooh, nice. Okay.
The OC. Loved The OC, and then True Detective
Ooh, yeah.
season one
True
was one
Detective's
of
great.
was one of my favorite TV series ever. So probably those. Those would be my top TV shows.
I
Nice.
personally am not a huge like. I like TV, I just don't watch it a ton.
Okay.
So that'd be a tough one. I mean, I freaking love The Office. It doesn't matter
Oh yeah.
how many episodes that you see. I love The Office. My favorite movie would, I mean, it's a classic. It's The Sandlot. I love
Yeah.
The Sandlot. So I would say those.
Right.
I'd also agree with The Office. Purely from just like my upbringing, that's like what we watched, and so I loved it. And then also I would put in there Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I'm
Yeah.
a fan of like the kind of like the lighthearted shows, just something to watch and
Yeah,
then
that's a
like you
good show.
laugh at them and stuff. Um, and then for movies, this is gonna sound a little weird, but I love Toy Story.
Nice.
That's a great
That
movie.
series
Classic.
is
Classic.
awesome.
Come on.
Great
Come on.
movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, movies for me. I don't. I honestly, I loved Batman Begins. Just
Okay.
that whole trilogy with Christian Bale. I
Yeah.
love that.
Totally.
So
I mean, that's just such a great series. Like, I know they won't do any more, but I kind back in my mind, I hope they do another one at least,
yeah,
or a Robin movie or something like that.
with Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Yeah. Totally. Totally.
That'd be
Next question, guys. What's one thing you can't live without?
cell phone. I'd probably have to say cell phone. Nowadays, I mean, it's a little mini computer. It covers a lot of ground. So cell
Yeah.
phone.
Totally.
That's a cop out, man. I'm trying to think. Something other than a cell phone. I mean, gosh dang.
It really is too. It's like that's such an easy answer now because it's like back in the day, like I've been battling just an iPod.
Yeah.
Connection. Yeah. So cell phone. Easy.
I'd go with like some of the foods that I just can't resist. Like I eat so many chips, it's so unhealthy,
Chips.
but I can't live without them.
What kind of chips?
I like Lay's, and then I also like just like tortilla chips, and then just all the different kinds of dips. I love the like French onion, like the spinach kind of dip, and then like the bean dip as well. I go
All
nuts
right.
on chips. I'm eating them all day, dude.
Like,
In the food section, I'd probably go double stuffed Oreos. Those things like crap.
Ooh.
I could feast on those all day long. But I mean, cell phones obviously. I'd probably with that one.
Nice, nice. And lastly, guys, tell them about your band, where they can find you at, and just anything going on in 2017.
awesome. Yeah. So yeah, we're Summer Lights. We're from Salt Lake City, Utah. We're actually gonna be touring the West Coast, just weekend tours over the next couple months. So pretty much California, Arizona, Nevada, Colorado. And yeah, you can find us on Twitter at twitter.com/summerlightsut, facebook.com/summerlights, just summerlights, and then we're on Instagram too. Our tag summerlightsut. So any one of those, and check us out on Spotify, iTunes. New EP from start to finish came out in November, so check it out.
Hit us
Nice.
up.
Do you guys have a YouTube channel as well, or?
We do have a YouTube channel. It's
Okay.
pretty light right now. We just have a lyric video for our first single, but we actually just started filming our first music video this past weekend. We have another shoot this next weekend, and then it should be good. So in the next couple weeks, we'll release a new music video on YouTube as well.
Nice. All right. Well, go check out their stuff. I'll make sure to leave links in the description where you can find them at. Go subscribe to their YouTube channel and be on the lookout for a new music video. I'd like to thank you guys for being on. It took a little bit of time, but we finally got you on. And
Yeah.
make sure you hit that subscribe on here. Make sure you hit that like button. Again, go check out their stuff. really digging it so far. So who knows? Might have an album review out by the end of the week. Who knows? But thank you guys
Awesome.
for
Thanks
being
so
on.
much, man.
Hey, appreciate
Yeah,
it.
of course.
Yeah,
All right, and we'll be talking with you soon. Peace.
Sounds
for
good.
sure.
Sounds good, man. Later.
See
Hey
ya.
guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Of course, if you enjoy what we do, make sure to go check out the other series we do. We do album reviews, we do band interviews, and we do live videos, so definitely go check that out. Hit that subscribe button. It really helps our channel, helps us grow. Make sure to hit that like button as well. Go follow us on social media. That's all down below. We try to keep that as updated as possible. We also made a new website where we'll be posting photos of upcoming concerts and stuff like that, which you can go check out at audioaddictionmedia.com and come get your fix with us, guys. Talk to you later. Deuces.